Job search in Scotlink begins in the Jobs tab. ScotJobs is a database for local California and sometimes East Coast positions for our UCDC program. And employers know about the campus. You can select what to look at, the position type. You can look at perhaps the job function or keywords. If you use both, you might refine your results too closely. And then you will have results. In full-time positions, you may find a couple of different types of things. One might be on-campus interviews where the employers are coming to campus to specifically interview with our students, and you might see a pre-select or an open indication here. You'll see a brief overview of the position, a place for you to favorite it, a place for you to get a snapshot of the position. For the on-campus interview, you will see some information. It's important to understand when you should submit your resume. If it is a pre-select, the employer will take a look at the resumes and then invite you to sign up for an interview time. If the criteria is locking, if you don't quite meet the criteria and you're locked out of applying to this position, then be in touch with our office and we'll see if the employer might make an exception for you. Save this or print this for future reference and then use the back button to navigate back to the search results. There are other non-OCI positions as well, and so you can see this one shows you a little bit about the location, which could be a headquarters possibly, or it could be where you might work. Again, information about the position. Make sure that your qualifications match well what the employer is looking for. Feel free to utilize some of the words they describe in their job description to describe things you've done on your resume. Apply by clicking this button. Send a targeted resume, preferably to the employer, by clicking the Submit button. And if you haven't heard anything from the employer after the application deadline date, then it is appropriate to be in touch with the employer if they've left contact information, and email is the preferred method. Now, there's another database to use as well that's important, and it's called Scotlink Network. Want to make sure that you don't overlook this database, and it's available also in the Jobs tab. Scotlink Network, the employers may not know about campus, but they're members of the National Association of Colleges and Employers. And so this could be a very good way for you to look as well. This is great for local and nationwide postings. You'll get different kinds of job listings as different than ScotJobs, and it also ties into a couple of really nice databases. We Like Simply Hired has a couple of tools that can be very helpful. You can utilize your Facebook and your LinkedIn network to help you see who works at different companies and perhaps who might be connected with a position that is being listed. We're finding that employers really like to utilize referrals from their current employees, and so if you have the chance to develop a relationship with someone in your network, perhaps they may be willing to rock your resume into the Human Resources Department. Another way to connect with those entry-level positions that require simply 0 to 2 years experience might be using the new graduate filter, and that's very helpful in finding entry-level positions that might be very helpful. And that is Job Search in Scotlink at a glance.